So I got a huge clump. Can you hear the birds? Which kind of explains the name, is like breaking out. And pour that in. And just stick them in like potatoes. I'm gonna sow flowers, annuals. Oh, it's so lush. Good morning. Today I am waking up my dahlias. I got so many dahlia tubes from my mom. I was there yesterday and I grabbed a whole bunch of tubes from her, different kind of varieties, and I'm really excited. I have one variety from last year and I preserved the tubes. So I kept it in a cardboard box in a bag surrounded by these insulating paper kind of. And in this bag I have this cat sand. It looks like this. This tube I dug up yesterday just to see if it survived, and it did. It's really like plump. This is the rest that I got from my mom. I'm gonna show you pictures and everything. This one doesn't look too good. I don't know about that one. This one is really good. It's a little bit crinkly like on the outside, but quite hard and plump. Is that what it's called? Cat litter? And then here I got this one, and this is my favorite, Café au lait. It's the same as this one. So I got a huge clump from my mom. I can already see a couple of eyes. Here you can see eyes, and this one already sprouting. Here's an eye. So I'm gonna try to get as much soil out from this to see where all the tubes are, and then see if I can separate them. This tube is broken, so I'm gonna have to cut that out. It's also soft. So I'm just gonna have a little look here. Pre-planting your dahlia tubes indoors is such a great shortcut to like earlier blooms and like a prolonged season. And if you have slugs that eat your dahlias, then they have a better chance to withstand that sort of damage if they are already established. I'm gonna cut off this damaged tube here, everything that's sort of soft, squishy. I'm gonna cut out. Doesn't matter if they have a little bit of like a give. I managed to separate them into two different parts. So I have 3 Café au lait dahlias. The next one that I have here is called Le Castel, I think. It's a white dahlia. I'm gonna pop up a picture here. It's a stunner. So I'm just gonna do the same here, like go through all of the tubes. And here I can actually cut off this. Here's another variety. I had to write on the stem here so that I would remember. I'm gonna pop the name and picture on the screen here. So if they are squishy like this, if I can then I'm cutting them off, because this can rot when you go to plant it. You want to cut off all of the damaged and soft tubes. And this one, I don't have a picture again. I don't even have the name, because this could be one of 2 dahlias. But I'm gonna pop a picture of both of them. And then, yeah, this one is a mystery, and we'll see which one it is. Kind of exciting. Here I have another Café au lait twist. So this is the Café au lait, but it has like pink veining. It's so pretty. Huge, this one. And this one I can separate into multiple plants. So here is one. So here I got another one, and the third one. I'm just gonna show you the last one so that I can go outside and plant them. This is called Breakout. Oh, this is such a stunning plant. I'm gonna be able to split this one too.
Titta på dig. Titta på dig. Hej. Vinka, vinka. Titta där. Wow.
All right, so it's quite windy, so I hope you can hear me. Can you hear the birds? Alright, so I gathered a few more pots. So I think I might have to separate them a little bit more because I have bigger pots, but they are like huge pots. I managed to separate a few more. Here I got 3 of the same varieties called Breakout. It has this sort of chartreuse yellow center and a little bit of white and then pink, which kind of explains the name, is like breaking out. So dahlias are quite heavy feeders, especially like in the beginning of the growth. So I do have some premium fertilizer here, but they don't want the feed to be directly on the tubes. I'm gonna pop a little bit of soil in the bottom, and this is like moist soil. I'm grabbing like a handful of this fertilizer in the bottom and mixing it in, and then I put a little layer of soil on top of that. If the dahlia is split like this, or like they can be kind of like a crown, then you can mound up the soil in the middle wherever this like split is located. So in this case it's in the middle here, and then I just mound it up a little bit here, and I put the dahlia directly on top of that, and the tubes kind of going down the sides here, and then just fill it up with soil. And I'm gonna fertilize this with liquid fertilizer, I don't know, once every other week, maybe. I'm gonna water them quite sparingly. You don't want to overwater the dahlias before they put up growth. And I don't know if I have enough soil actually. I might have to run to the store tomorrow and get some. Once the dahlia spreads its roots, it can pick up this fertilizer when it's needed. Alright, so I'm gonna mix some more soil. So I grab soil from my container here and I mix it with some water. And then I just take a little bucket with water and pour that in. Mix. And here I got tubes that got separated. I can see that this is the bottom because the roots are in the bottom here. So this one I can plant vertically. This one too has a root down here, so just look for the roots and you're good. And just stick them in like potatoes. Here you can see the eyes. It's a little bit weird, like this one is growing up, but I'm gonna try to point this eye upwards like this. It's okay if the eyes gets buried a little bit. You can have about 3 to 4 centimeters of soil on top, but it's also okay if the stem sticks out from the soil. Doesn't really matter because this is not gonna be the new stem, it's the old stem. So I definitely don't have enough of soil for planting all of these. I didn't intend for them to be this many. Alright, so it was just enough for this pot, and I'm gonna have to get more soil. But at least you have an idea how to separate and wake up the dahlias and how to plant them. So I hope this was helpful for you. But I need to start some more flower seeds. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with you. As you could see, I popped to the store and I got the soil and I planted all of the dahlias. I just wanted it to be done, and now all I need to do is get like a shelving like this to have in the laundry room to store them for the next, I don't know, 6 to 7 weeks. And then I'm gonna bring them outside. But in this 50 cell tray here, I'm gonna sow flowers, annuals, and some of them are going into my flower bed, some are going into my vegetable bed, but I'm starting here with this Covent Garden Market Showy Baby's Breath that I'm using for my wedding, as well as my Orlea white lace. I'm gonna pop up a picture because I don't have it on the package here. And I've already prepped everything, so I just need to put the seeds into the soil. Then I am moving forward to my pincushion flowers, and here I have lavender blue and salmon rose. So I'm gonna pop up pictures, and I grew these two last year and they were so incredibly pretty in my vegetable garden, popping up above the vegetables. So I'm gonna keep them, these two, in my vegetable garden. I'm gonna plant 2 per cell here. I also had this Scabiosa stellata, and they are really, really cute. I think I had them in a wrong place last year though, because they kind of got outshaded a little bit by my tomatoes. So I'm gonna place them just on a different location this year. Then I have a graffiti, golden yellow, or Butlerium, that I also grew last year, but this time I'm gonna really load it up because this is also a filler for my bouquets. And I got a summer dahlia called Opera White. This is one of my favorites ever. I usually just sow this from seed every year, but this year I'm actually gonna dig out the tubes and plant them next year, and then I'm gonna do that every year. I only got 3 last year and 1 got eaten by a slug, but it grew back really nicely. So this year I'm actually gonna top them, so they get a little bit like bushier, like full of flowers, and the bumblebees love these flowers. So and this one is an experiment. I have this purple basil that I did try to save seeds from, but I'm actually not sure that these are the seeds. I'm gonna sow these and see if something pops up. If not, then I have cuttings from my mom. I'm just gonna grab a few that I think are the seeds. And as I always do, I cover them with vermiculite. I spray them with my sprayer. And I'm gonna cover it with some saran wrap, like plastic wrap. Because I don't have a humidity dome for these trays here, so you know, speeding up the germination process, keeping the moisture and keeping fungus gnats out. Alright, a super quick update. Here I have all my tomatoes that I sowed in my last video. They are popping up really quickly. I've taken it off from the heat mat. Here I actually have 1 basil and 1 thyme that I've rooted. I need to plant them. I don't have time right now. It's cuttings from my basil and thyme from last year's garden. Or well, the thyme is a perennial here. And then here I have all of the native perennials. Oh, it's so lush. But these I got really disappointed at because it's the sage. I wanted more, but I only got 2. But I need to up-pot these very soon. And then here I'm keeping all my bell peppers and chilies, looking really nicely. This is also from my last video. I have some point cabbage, fennel, celery, celeriac, leeks too. And they are also popping up here. And here I actually got some more of that pollinator native flower thingy. A lot of empty spaces on this one too, unfortunately. My artichokes are looking really healthy, and this is what I've sown now. Hey Nola. I dug out my rosemary last year and only half of it survived. These are also cuttings that I've rooted and planted. These are something that I've sown this year actually, oregano and sage and a little small thyme. Anyways, I just wanted to thank you so much for being with me today, planting my dahlias and some more seeds, flower seeds, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.